So if you ever wanted a roller coaster for your farm, well, they've got you covered. Cue the music. So first up is Old Polish House. This is by, now I'm going to try and pronounce this, Walisco TV? Valvisco TV. We'll go with that. I apologise if I've got that wrong. 21.01 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under farmhouses. As you can well imagine, 75,600 to buy in. Obviously, it's a sleep trigger and a decoration at the same time. You've got your sleep trigger by the front door, just there. Wardrobe trigger down the side. So apart from that, it is a decorative thing. But that being said, it's farm sim. You should be out in the field. Spending all your time indoors. That's what the whole game's about. Alright, fair enough. Right, next up is Corn Dryer. This is by Barney. 45.4 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under production chains. It's going to cost you 75 grand to place down. And if you don't fancy the standard corn, well, they got you covered. Although it is going to use something a little bit different. So you've got your loading in point there for your corn. You're also going to need to put in some diesel to dry it all out. Round here is your production chain menu, and then there's your taking out point just there. Now, obviously, you come in there, chuck all your stuff in, jobs are good, and dry your corn out. Now, it does actually sell off at a normal place on the map, which is right indeed. So you don't need a different sell point. So what we're getting there, at the top of the arc in January, 3,500 litres for some corn. Well, dried corn anyway. All right, fair enough. And next up is Farmhouse. This is by Gamer HZS FSH, 4.82 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under farmhouses. It's going to cost you 40 grand to buy, and obviously it's got its sleep trigger and wardrobe trigger by the front door. So a bit like the old Polish house we've seen earlier on, apart from having a little bit of a kip on the front doorstep, like some sort of homeless person. I mean, we've got this garage here. You could have potentially used that, but no, you can't get inside. So it is just a decorative version. But all right, fair enough. Next up is Herbicide Production Pack. This is by Zolderzocht and Quitchenzocht. 50.72 megabyte on the download. And to be fair, there's a ton of stuff to this. On the production chains, well, under your factories anyway, starting off. So first off, you got your urea production, 185 grand. Then got an acetic acid production, 185 grand. Then we've got a pesticide production for 185 grand. Now, it doesn't just stop there, because we've got some different versions here. So we've got your small urea. You then got your small acetic acid, and then a small pesticide. So if you haven't got the space, if you're doing a little at-home production shenanigans, you've got one of these small ones, like you have got on the base game ones. You've got your bigger facilities, you've got your smaller ones. Great, no problem. You then got these at the back, the old BGAs. All right, so we've got that one there. That's going to be your 99 kilowatt version. Then got 250 kilowatt version, and to finish it off, we've got the old big boy there, the 500 kilowatt version. Ah, dear, oh dear. Right, now, the urea production, you can buy it from there, because you are going to need that at some point. You can also buy a pallet full if you wanted to. There you are. So we'll buy one of those. There you are. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Right by the hatch marking area. Now, that is saying it's 1.1 ton, so too heavy to lift if you've got your pallet spawn point. But it's a pallet spawn point. If you've got the liftable pallet mod turned on, you have got this button here that you can turn the pallet spawner on or off. You just pushed it out the way. I mean, that was 1.1 ton. It just moved it, no problem. All right, fair enough. If you don't want the pallets to spawn, obviously you turn that on, no problem. You've also got your production chain menu just here. I mean, it's right. It is, to be fair, it's a little bit fiddly. It's right on top of the old pallet spawner, mind you. But all right. So for this one, you're going to be putting your slurry in. You're getting your separated slurry and urea out the other end. Right, so no problem. So you've got your loading in point there and taking out point there for your separate. Now that's going to be, oh, one of them's going to be urea. One of them's going to be separated manure. I'd imagine that's going to be, I'd imagine that's going to be the urea one. But saying that, potentially, that one could be as well. It's all going to come out of a pipe though, isn't it? But all right, fair enough. So you've made that. Job's a good one. You might want to make a bit of acetic acid. So again, you can buy it at the front. You've got your little shop menu just there. You just go in, buy your acetic acid. Job's a good one. So we'll get a pallet of that. Yes, thank you very much. There it is. Again, you've got your pallet spawner, turner on or offerer. That's the way we're going to go it. And then you got your production chain menu just there. So for this one, you're going to be chucking silage in for that. You're then going to get deacidified silage and acetic acid. Man, that's some cinnables in there. But all right, fair enough. So you've got a loading in point for your silage just there. And you're going to have your taking out point for your extras. All right, no worries. Then on this one, it's going to be the similar sort of layout though, isn't it? So you've got your taking out point just there. You've got your loading in points as well, which is fair enough. And then you've got your production chain menu and pallet spawn point menu just here. And obviously you've got your shop menu. You can buy herbicide if you like. Or you can go and make it just here. So we'll click on that. You can make herbicide out of the acetic acid and the urea we've already made at the previous 2 factories. And then you put a bit of water in, dilute it all down, jobs are good. Right, fair enough. So the similar sort of thing is going to be with the smaller ones, but obviously they're going to do it at a smaller rate than you would do on the big ones. So you got your loading in points, you got taking out points, not a problem. Then you come over to the BGAs. Alright, fair enough. So you got loading in point for solid stuff, you got loading in point for your liquid stuff, then you got your production chain menu there. So you can, again, basically do the same sort of thing. So you got deacidified. There you are. It's a better way of putting it. You're going to chuck your deacidified. Man, I need to get a new set of teeth. Put your silage in there. You're going to get electric. You're going to get a bit of methane and digest it out. And obviously, you've got various different things on the go. It's a standard BGA, to be fair. And then you've got your new stuff as well, which is all right indeed. Obviously, you've got the smaller one. Was that the 99 watt? Then you got your 250 and 500 there. So they work like a standard base game BGA, but now you've got your deacidified. I'm not even sure I said that right. Extras to go in it. Alright, fair enough. And before we move along to the next one, there is a couple of customization options on the actual production facilities, and well, the big ones and the small ones as well. Now, if you go into them, for the actual bigger ones, you do have the option to customize and have your no extras, your solar panels, a billboard on the side, which is advertising for extra stuff. There you are, got straw harvest back on there. You can also have both and then back to nothing, and you can also change the colour of the sides. Alright, fair enough. And then for the smaller ones, you've then got similar sort of options. So you've got your solar panels, you've got your billboard, which actually puts that on the top rather than the advert on the side. And then you've got, obviously, both together or none at all. So, fair enough. Maybe you should charge Giants a little bit extra for having a sign on the side of your building. Alright, no worries. And we've also got these switches on the side. And to be fair, I know what one of them does, but the other one seems a bit of a mystery. So this one on the left-hand side, it's actually the information boards on the side of the building. You see that one just there? So if you press B, you can turn it off. Great. The other one says, show loading station information board. Now I've put that one on, nothing seems to come up. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I mean, even if we have a look around quickly, there doesn't seem to be anything there. Unless it's the actual one on the side of the old silo there. Let's have a little look. Let's turn that one on. Oh, it's that one there. Yeah, there we are. Alright, fair enough. So if we turn that one off, and then we'll turn that one on, so to speak. There we are. It's got that board back, and that board gone. Right. Okay, fair enough. Now, if you don't want to go and produce your acetic acid and your urea, you can actually come into your mods and DLCs and you can just buy it straight there. You can buy the tanks, the IBCs, you can get them all the way up to 8 at the same time. I mean, it's going to cost you. I mean, it's just entirely up to you what you do, but you still got the option rather than having to go and produce it yourself. Well, next up is Old Well. This is by Barney, 9.1 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under containers. So nice and simple with this one, as opposed to the last one. You got a little well, you put it down, you bring your trailer by, and you fill it up with water. I mean, to be fair, that is looking all right. The detail work on that. A little bit of moss growing on there. Very nice. And next up is Bavarian Farmhouse. This is by PXLR, 31.34 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under houses. Now, there is some customization options on this one, so it comes standard in the blue. I mean, yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, go for it. You can also have it as a green, a sort of beige, white plaster, and then back to the blue one. I mean, the blue is a little bright. I'm going to say that. So you got your wardrobe trigger at the side door just there. And then you got your sleep trigger around by, well, to be fair, is that the side door or is this the front door? I'm going to say this is the front door anyway. And then obviously, apart from that, it's a decorative object. But that being said, it's looking alright. You're going for a Bavarian style on your farm. This should fit in nicely. But next up is Big Logistics Centre. This is by Raider, 11.59 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under production chains. So I say as you can imagine, would have thought it might have been a silo, but okay, fair enough. Production chains it is. Now, obviously, this is going to be one of those things where it's, logistics, distribution, whatever you want to call it. So you chuck your stuff in, acts like a bit of a silo for your production chain shenanigans, and then obviously you could potentially distribute it out again. Alright, fair enough. So if you come over here, you got your production chain menu just there. So you chuck your stuff in. It's a 1-to-1, or should be anyway. Let's have a little look. Man, look at all this stuff you can put in there. There's loads. Fair enough. Look at all that stuff. So 1-to-1 going in, coming out, no problem. So you would just come across to this one, obviously, change it to distributing. It's then going to send it to the next thing. So for instance, if you're making, I don't know, if you're making a bit of cake, you just come down to your sugar. That's a cement brick. You don't want to be putting that into your cake. I mean, it might taste a little bit funny, but all right, fair enough. I mean, you could come down to your eggs, put those to distributing, it's then going to send it off to your bakery. Jobs are good. I mean, it takes up a bit of space, not going to lie, but all right, fair enough. And next up is Cargo Haul. This is by Modding Association Baxter, 12.85 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. It's going to cost you 87.5 grand to buy, and it's one of those sheds that, in real life, you could come along here, dump your crop on the ground, predominantly like potatoes, that sort of thing. Or you could put any crop you like in there, into the bays, and then just store it, you know, under cover, keeps the rain out. I mean, you've got little wood chips paneling at the top. I mean, that's looking alright. I mean, you could potentially store other stuff. It doesn't have to be crop. You could put, like, equipment or machinery in there. Yeah, very nice. And next up is Corrugated Iron Haul. This is by Zoddlezoct, 14.2 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them first off under sheds. So we've got the small corrugated garage, 35 grand. We then got the small corrugated garage with workshop, which is going to be 45 grand. Then this one here is going to be found under silos, obviously small corrugated garage with workshop and silo. Fair enough, 55 grand to buy 100,000 litre capacity. Now what these do have is a customizable option, so click on that, right stick in, you can then have solar panels, you can then have billboard, which again is going to be the bit on the end, so a little bit of advertising for something from Giants. Or you can have both or nothing, and then you can also change the colour of the sides, so you go for that one, not a problem. Now, obviously, once you get them down, you're then going to have a little bit of an inside to be getting on with. Oh, up and over door, that's all right. And you have got a little bit of a man door down the end. And you've got your light switch, turn those on. All right, fair enough. And next door to that one is going to be the one with the workshop. So open up the old rollover hoop. Rollover door. Got your workshop trigger just there for you. Again, similar sort of layout. And then for your workshop, garage, shed and silo all in one. Again, similar sort of thing, up and over door. Well, you've got your workshop trigger just in there. And then down the side is going to be this. Open the gate. There's your silo. Oh, fair enough. Taking out point is just there. That is all right indeed. Although saying that, we've got a load in and a load out from there as well. All right, no problem. And next up is GDR Street Light. This is by Bartman, 3.78 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under lights. And then we've got two different versions here. We've got a single light and we've got a double light. So the single light is 60 and the double is going to be 80 to buy. So obviously you place them down and you can light up your farmyard at night time. I mean, there is no light switches on them, so they're going to come on automatically at a given point at night, but they're detail on it's all right. I mean, what's that, concrete? Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Metal Shed. This is by Simulator Games, 9.8 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 10 grand, so nice and cheap, but underneath is looking all right. I mean, all that artwork there, got a bit of rustiness to the metal, that is looking good. I mean, simple shed, but sometimes, you know, simple things are all right. I mean, you can drive a a fairly wide vehicle in, so you could potentially get your harvester in here with your header still on, or if you got one of those on a header trailer, just pull it in, no problem. That is looking alright indeed. But next up is Old Stone Silo. This is by Doodoo RGM, 15.66 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under silos. And it's going to hold 10 million litres. That is alright indeed. It's going to cost you 35 grand, so that's well cheap as well. I like that. I mean, you've got your loading in point, taking out point just there. The stonework on that, that is looking good, I must admit. That is that's picture perfect stonework. And 10 million litres for 35 grand. You can't say fairer than that. And next up is Swedish grain storage. This is by Swifty, 31.16 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find him, as you can imagine, like the previous one, under silos. So we've got two different versions here. So first up, we've got the bigger one. It's actually the grain storage with machine shed. Now you have got some customization options on the go. So you have the concrete walls, you can have the exposed aggregate concrete, the plastered version, or back to your concrete. You can also change the colour of the walls if you like. Well, the top bits anyway. That's going to be holding 580,000 litres. Then we'll come across to the second one, which is the straight up grain storage. So that's going to have the same customization options as the previous one. Now, obviously, if you're needing a little bit of storage space for your vehicles, you might want to go for this one. Doors open up like that. Nice concertina doors on there. That is alright. I mean, plenty of space inside. That is looking alright. It's like, well, is it a vaulted ceiling? I like that. And we've got this door here. We can then go into the side piece, which is going to be your taking out point for your silo. So when we come out of there, you know what? I like those doors. Those doors are alright. We're going to come around this side. Obviously, that goes back into the main hall. In here is going to be your loading point. And it's got a little man door. Oh, I like that. Alright, so how do we open the big doors? We'll open up. There we are. Slightly to the left of the door, and he opens up the big ones. But you got the little passenger man door, whatever, on the side. That is alright indeed. So that's your big one. You then got your, I'd say smaller one. More of a stereotypical. Actually, has that got the little door as well? Yes, it has. So in there, there's going to be a taking out point. Yeah, we're just going to use the man doors. They're ace. I like them. So that's your taking out point. Then you got your loading in point just there. Got light switches inside as well for when it gets dark. I like them. They're alright indeed. Right, next up is American Midwest Woodshed. This is by ICAS, 11.2 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. Now, we do have some customization options on the go here, so we could change the colour to anything on there. So, I've gone for the red, let's face it. American style barn, no problem. Come down here, got this little man door on the side there. Go in there, a little bit of a drive-through option on the go. And you have got the old roller shop doors up like that. And you come out of that one, we go into here, open up that door. It's a little bit of a bay on the go in there. You can come through to here, where your workshop's going to be. So there's your workshop trigger. And you've got this little button here, flag on. Flag off? Alright, I mean, it's saying, I always get that, top left-hand corner, when that says flag on, it's like you want to put it on. Alright, that's just me. So you got that one there, for that one. And you got this one here as well, for the Case IH one. We spin it back round, and we got the one for, was it the Canadian flag? Just there. We then got another, we've got two buttons here. So what's this one? We're changing it. American or Canadian flag. So you go for whichever one you like. And we'll come back round here. We've got a little bit of a door that, well, I say a little bit, we've got a big door that opens up there like that. And you come up here, you got a little bit of a little workshop at the top. You got a pillar drill, little press. That is alright indeed. I mean, to be fair, it's an alright shed. And you got this one here as well. Open up that door. Another little drive-through option. I would personally put like a jet wash in here and like a wash bay on the side of your workshop. I mean, you could use this as like your base for, I don't know, maybe a bit of role play. You know, you owned your own vehicle shop. Yeah, that's alright. Right, next up is Cow Pasture with Milking Barn. This is by Fritz, 20.46 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, well, first off, anyway, you're going to be finding it under cows. That's going to be your milking pasture just there. Now, you do have the option to expand the fencing, and you also have the option to put the meadow down. We then also got a manure heap, which is going to be found on the silo extension. So 20 grand to put that down. And it's going to hold 4 million litres of the old stinky stuff. And to finish it off, we've got a bit of fencing on the end, which as you can imagine is going to be found on the fencing. So just click it down, drag it out, jobs are good 'un. Now, the old cow pasture. I remember something similar to this. It might even be this from 22. This is all right. I mean, you've got your animal dialogue box just here. I mean, ideally, you'd bring a trailer in, back it in, so then the cows could run down there, you know, go into the old pasture itself. And to feed the actual animals, I mean, you can see where I've driven in. There you got your doors that open up like your doors, your gates that open up like that. Close those behind us. My old beef burgers don't run out. Water goes into this bit. Now, this fill plane raises up as the water comes in, which is all right. Straw and feed goes into there. And we'll come around here. You got your milk taking out point, and then your slurry taking out point just there. Obviously, your manure heap is going to be taken out from a trailer that way. Or if you want to use a bucket, you can just come in and dig it out, and then obviously you've got a bit of a fence. I like that. I like that. I mean, I like the bit where you back your trailer in with your cows on, and you just run down into the pasture. Jobs are good 'un. Right, next up is Lizard Mixed Pig Food. This is by Vulex, 2.94 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Productions. Now, it's going to cost you £4.5 place down, and obviously it's a pig food mixer, but it's got a little bit of an issue. I mean, I could get the stuff in, no problem. Can I get it out? No, I can't. I don't know how to get it out. I mean, I tried the trailer. That didn't seem to get it out. I tried an auger, an auger pipe. That couldn't get it out. And then I put it on distribute, which is a bit of an interesting thing. So you got your loading in point just there. You got your production chain menu just here. So you can be making mineral feed and pig food. Right, fair enough. So stuff goes in, you churn it all up together, and then it comes out. But when I put the old pig food on distribution, it actually ended up in one of the silos. I think it's that one there. Was it that one? I think it might have been. Let's have a little look. There's definitely one that ended up somewhere I wasn't expecting it to go to, which is interesting. Interesting indeed. There we are. It's actually ended up in the old farm productions that's on the map. So we've got a bit of pig food gone to that one, and then we got a bit of pig food gone into that one as well. So I placed a pig pen down. Thought, oh, maybe it's just going to distribute straight into there, but no, it's going to go straight to a silo. That seems to be the way of getting it out. But obviously, this is primarily used, indoors, small farms. On the website, the picture shows a wheelbarrow. Now, I haven't got a wheelbarrow, so maybe that will work a little bit better. But all right, just send it straight to your silo and take it out of there. Next up is a ZAV20. This is by FarmCats, 21.95 megabyte on the download. I'm going to find them under silos. Now, I say ZAV20, could be ZAV20, but all right, it is what it is. They're both going to cost you 141 grand, and they're both going to hold 130,000 litres. Difference between the two is one's going to have the loading input on the left, one's going to have it on the right. Right, no problem. Now, you have got a loading in point just there. You've also got something at the top. You've also got this here as well. Come back to that in a minute. Then you've got your taking out point just here. And we've also got this here as well. Open the hopper lid. Oh, fair enough indeed. So we'll close it up. I like that. You just open up the, it's not going to... Actually, saying that, let's give it a go. Basically, you've got one for, at the top here, the little stops that's going to stop you rolling into there. So you can lower those down if you wanted to. I'll play it a bit safe. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit better. And then we're going to back up this trailer, truck, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to back it in like that. There we are. So you don't have the option to unload there, which is interesting. But once you do get up to this bit, you then do have the option to load into the silo. Now that little jiggering about is because I'm between the fence post and the actual truck itself. So it's not the mod. But right, we'll carry on. So we'll raise the ramp with this old exclamation point just there. Raise the ramp like that. Jobs are good in. And then obviously it's going to tilt it back. And you can unload into the old silo. So we'll do that. We're going to unload into there like that. Jobs are good in. That's great. We're going to get out. And then we're going to come down. We're going to lower it back down. So we can actually get our vehicle back down. And what if I just drive off like that? Oh yeah, we can. Oh, because why not? Why not indeed? And we'll come around here like this. Do we need to open these before we can... No, we don't. We can start filling. What have we got in there? Was it wheat I put in? Yes, we don't need to open them. If we want to go down the old immersive route, come down there, open up the bottoms of the bunkers, the hoppers, that's a better way of putting it, and come in, load up, we'll get the old wheat back out. There we are, 4 at once. Oh, I like that. That is a great silo. I mean, just raising your vehicle up, whoa, that was close. Just raise your vehicle up so you can unload it. That's awesome. Right, next up is Barmer Grain Loft. This is by Leo, 53.1 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find him, as you can imagine, under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 70 grand to place down. And it's going to hold 200,000 litres. And to be fair, right from the outside, it's definitely one of those buildings that's, it needs a bit of repair. We'll just say that right there. I mean, we have got doors knocking around everywhere. I mean, you might need to crouch to get into that one, mind you. But, I mean, you've even got, like, this curtain. That's it. That's it. You can just pull it aside, and then out you go. I mean, the detail on this one is looking great, I must admit. I mean, you got a little bit of space. I mean, it's not massive inside, so yeah, you're not going to get huge pieces of equipment on the go. But what you can get inside is looking good. I mean, you have got this bit up here. Now, I can't reach up there, mind you, but can we get up there? I mean, it's saying open that door. Oh, you potentially could. If you had somewhere to, you know, like a telehandler or whatever, or you could actually just come into in here with the stairs. That might be a little bit better. Just walk up there, get your bales of hay through there. That is all right. And we can carry on upstairs again, going even further up. Oh, getting a bit of a nosebleed being up this high. Oh dear, I like this. I mean, you got all sorts of junk inside. I mean, you got your washing hanging up as well. I mean, drive-through options on the go, left, right, and centre. So you're not going to be struggling for getting your vehicles out, which is all right. Then we'll come around here, open up that door, got your loading in point, and your taking out point for your silo just there. Well, I will say that roof is kind of low. So maybe use like a small bale trailer, a small grain wagon to just get your stuff in there. Otherwise, you might come a little bit unstuck. But okay, fair enough. We can even come up here as well. There's where your grain's going to be stored. I mean, the detail on this is awesome. And you've got conveyor belt out. That's ace. I mean, it's on a breeze block. And it's lowering the stuff down. What does it do when we get down there? I mean, that's just like there. I mean, that's... Oh, this is... Crouch down to get down. This is ace. Oh, I do like this. So once you put the old thing down, there's your bucket. That's ace. That is brilliant. I mean, definitely, I mean, look at the detail on the side. Got the plaster work falling off. That is brilliant. Next up is Bavarian House Pack. This is by Bernie-esque, 160.1 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find him under decorations. Now it says, consists of 34 decorative houses. Great for all mappers and players with a decorative streak. Now, they're not going to be ones that you can go in, so obviously, under decorations is where you're going to find them. Now, you pick whichever one you want. They're all going to cost you 20 grand. So whether you go for a big house like this, whether you're going to go for a small garage like here, I mean, they're going to cost you 5 grand. I mean, they've got a couple of little arches in there. It's going to cost you 100. But the buildings themselves, they're basically 20 grand a piece. So whether you go for a house, I mean, you have got some sheds over here that's got like a little bit of a side piece on the go that you could use for storing some vehicles in, but they are mainly for decorative shenanigans. So if you're on one of those maps that you could, you know, you forge your own path, that sort of thing, and you want to fill it out, make it a little bit more lived in, well, get this pack on the go and put some buildings down. Right, next up is the Engelmaier Farm. This is by Bernie-esque, 55.35 megabyte on the download. And to be fair, there's a ton of stuff to this pack. So first off, it's going to be under sheds. So we have got small garage for 35 grand. We then got the machinery shed for 55 grand. We've got the machinery shed with stone wall for 45 grand. Then come down, we've got the small side shed, 8 grand. We then got medium side shed, 8 grand. We then got large for 8 grand. Well, big side shed for 8 grand, to be fair. I mean, if you spend 8 grand on those, you might as well get the big ones. I mean, they would ideally go up against the building, but alright, fair enough. Then come across to this one here, which is going to be found under silos. So 65 grand a place down. That's going to hold 500,000 litres of the old stinky stuff. Under containers, we've got the diesel tank, 15,000 litre capacity on that one. Then move across to this one here, which is actually a cow barn, 80 grand to place down, and 80 spaces for cows in there. Now you do have the option to expand the fencing out the back if you see fit, so fair enough on that one. And then the last one on the end is going to be your pigs. And to be fair, this is going to be making a little bit of an appearance later on, because it's actually a required mod for one of the maps that come out today. But alright, fair enough. Now obviously the sheds are sheds. You're going to be storing some stuff in there, no problem. You've got a bit more of a bigger storage requirement, so you go for this one. I mean, drive-through option on the go, they're alright indeed. Then we'll come down here. I mean, this bit looks like you can get inside, although to be fair, it's just like you got 2 doors outside and then 3 that side. Is it 3 that side, or is it 4 that side? So you've got 2 doors that is drive-through and 2 that aren't. But alright, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. We'll come around here. We've got some big doors that open up on that one. That's alright. You've got some big pieces of equipment to get on the go. We'll go around here. You've got your side pieces. Obviously, put them up against the wall. Makes it look a little bit better. Although, to be fair, you could put these out. I mean, they'd look alright out in like a cow pasture, that sort of thing. Alright, fair enough. Load in and load out at the front for your slurry tank. You then got your diesel tank just there. Obviously, you pull your vehicle there. You then got your bi-inable point just there. So 15,000 litres on that one. Then we've got the cow barn. Open up this door like that. There you are. So in here is going to be a silo. Alright, so you're going to be loading your stuff in there. Potentially. And we've got a door over there as well. So drive-through option on the go, which is alright. Come up here. Got a bit of a hayloft on the go. Oh, we can go all the way up there. I just walked past the stairs, so I don't know why I jumped up there, but alright, fair enough. I mean, that's not bad. Not bad at all. We've got a door there as well. I'm going to come around this side. Here's your animal dialogue box just here. So click on that. So 80, well, I say 80. That's what I put it down. I mean, he's giving me 81 capacity, but alright, no worries. Open up that door. Your straw's going to go in there with your bales. Come around this side, and obviously you'd open up that door like that. That's where your food's going to be. Then we'll come back out of there. And you know what? We're going to go through here. Got another little drive-through option on the go. I mean, there's plenty of doors to be opening, shenanigans to be getting on with. So you're not going to be short on space. And then we've got this little staircase that goes up the top like that. Up to the hayloft as well, above there. Not bad at all. Then we're going to go through this door here. Can we go through that door? No, we can't. It's just for decoration. Fair enough. Obviously, this is the bit of the building you can't get in. And then again, you've opened up the rest of the building. Why have that? That's not openable. Alright, fair enough. So your milk taking out point is just there. Your slurry taking out point is just down there by that pipework. And we come around and we've got the pigsty. Obviously, again, you can put your fencing out to get a bit of a bigger capacity if you want to. Your feed goes into there. Your slurry comes out of there. You've got your animal dialogue box just there. So 122 pigs going straight into there, no problem. That's I mean, I thought the floor was flat, but alright, maybe it's not. We've got a loading in point. That's going to be via straw just there. Not quite sure what's going on with that. That's really random. Can we get up there actually? No, it's a ladder. We just can't get up there. Right, fair enough. I think we'll move on. We've got a little bit of a barn storage area over here as well. But to be fair, got some flickering edge creeping through the edges. And on the little... Alright, fair enough. I mean, the buildings look alright from the outside. Oh, I haven't got this one at the end. This is actually under chicken coops. There's so many buildings out today. It's ridiculous. So you got your animal dialogue box just there. Loading in point for your food. And your egg pallet spawn point just there. I mean, that's all right. I mean, I'm not quite sure what's going on with that flooring, to be fair. Because I thought the area that I put it down on was flat. But, alright, maybe you want to double check that before placing it down. I mean, they look alright. And you are going to need it for the map that's coming a bit later. Alright, fair enough. And then the next 4 mods are going to be by the same modder, and they're also required mods for another map that come out today. So we've got the Hagenstedt houses, and they're all going to be by DH modding. We've also got the Hagenstedt Husbandries, the Hagenstedt sheds, and the Hagenstedt storages. Right, so first up, the houses. As you can imagine, going to be found under houses. So we've got that one there, 145 grand. Then got this one there, which got a bit of a patio, decking area, that sort of thing, 165 grand. We then got this one here, which is actually going to be a spinnery house. It's just a house, mind you, for 125 grand. And then for some strange reason, we've got this one here, which is actually going to be found under sheds because it's a small garage, even though this is called the Hagenstedt houses. But all right, fair enough. We'll then move on to the husbandry set, which again, it's a little bit random because we've got 4 different fences in this pack as well. So obviously they're going to be found in there and under fences right down the bottom because that's where the mods normally hang out. So we've got 4 different fences in there. Obviously drag them out. Jobs are good. We then come across and we have got a chicken coop for obviously said chickens. So that is going to be this one down here. There we are. So 200 chickens going in there. 10 grand a place down. We then got a giant. I mean, to be fair, it is big. I mean, it's a giant cow barn. But okay, fair enough. So obviously that's going to be there for holding your cows. I say holding your cows. You know, storing your cows, whatever you want to call it. And then this one on the end is going to be for your sheep. Now again, you place it down, you get the option to expand it if you want to. The fencing, you know, give a bit of extra capacity, no problem. We then move on to the sheds. As you can well imagine, they're going to be found under sheds. So the first one there is going to be 70 grand. We then got the next one, which is 60 grand. We then got the next one, which is 65 grand. We then got this one here, which is going to be 50 grand. Now, we haven't finished yet because we got the last bit, the old Hagenstedt storages. Right, so over here is going to be the first one, which is actually under sheds for some reason. We then got this one here, which is also under sheds. We then come across and we're going to go into silos. So that's going to hold 504,000 litres. And then we got the next one, which is going to be a bale and pallet storage. So 250 pieces on that one. And we got the last one in this set from DH Modding, which is going to be your metal silo. So that's going to be holding 6 million litres, which is not bad at all. Now, to be fair, you can obviously it's a whole set ready for a map. So the houses, you've got your sleep triggers, you got your wardrobe triggers. I mean, to be fair, this one with the old block paving patio is looking all right, I must admit. I'm just wondering whether, you know, maybe we should have some of these doors that open. Okay. I mean, obviously the husbandries, you've got your loading in point for your food and your straw on the cows. You've got your egg pallet spawn points, milk taking out point, slurry taking out point, wool pallet down the end, all the usual shenanigans on the go with that. And obviously with the storages, you're going to be storing some stuff in there. Obviously, they're sheds. At the end of the day, you open up the doors, you store some stuff in there, and jobs are good. Now, I'm just wondering why some of these are not in the usual places. Because these are sheds, which is fair enough, because the pack was Hagenstedt sheds. And then we've got these, which is in the Hagenstedt storages, but they're actually under sheds. It's just, it just makes your brain hurt trying to work it all out. But you got your loading in points, you got your taking out points the other side. I mean, to be fair, we'll say this, it does dig out a little bit of the ground, so if you are going to sell it afterwards, just bear that in mind. But, alright, you know, you want to fill out your map a little, yeah, get some of these on the go. If you haven't seen enough building so far, we've got another big pack, the Manor Farm Schoeffelding. This is by Bernie S, 101.53 megabyte on the download. I'm pretty sure this is in one of the maps a little bit later on anyway. Now, we've got all sorts. We have got a little water planter. We've got a brick wall. We've got a fence with a gate on it. We've got a house. We've got a shed. We've got another shed and another shed. We've got a silo. We've got a bunker silo, a manure heap even, and a manure heap extension. We've got 2 bunker silos. We've got bi-inable silos for your fertilizer, your seeds, all that shenanigans. We then got a cow barn. We then got a fermenter. And we then got a sow point on the end, which has dug a giant hole. Yeah, I mean, I get that it's designed to go on the side of a hill or something like that. But just bear that in mind when you do put it down. I mean, to be fair, they're looking all right. I mean, manor building, yeah, it does give that vibe off. I mean, this gateway, that is all right. I like that indeed. We'll open up that. Just go through. Obviously, pull your vehicles in. Great, no problem. Now, when it comes to the actual house, we'll open up that door. Hold on a minute. Here we go. We're inside. Now we're talking. Now, this is definitely a manor house. How far can we go? Do all these doors open? What's in here? A little bit of a washroom, kitchen. I mean, bathroom, to be fair. I mean, you got a shower there. I mean, don't want to turn the lights on, mind you, but so you've got your wardrobe trigger down there. I mean, this is ace. I mean, Manor House. Can we go for that door? No, we can't. Is that one going to go? No, that's just for decoration. What about this one? No, that's nothing in there either. Fair enough. Oh, we're going to have to go upstairs, don't we? We go through that one? No. So we're leading upstairs. So upstairs is obviously going to be where the bedroom is. In that door? No, it's not. In this one? No. Alright, well, I haven't come across a sleep trigger yet, so maybe... Man, this building inside's huge. It really is. Oh, here we are, in this one. We got a little bit of an office on the go. That's looking alright. That's a very nice office. What they got on the go? On the old computer. Alright, we'll carry on. What about, can we go in this door? No, that's just for decoration. What about this door? Are we going to have to go up the stairs again? Man, that's 3 flights of stairs. I'm tired already. We're carrying on up here anyway. Oh dear, oh dear. Open up this way. Is this going to be a bedroom? No, it's a hallway to more doors. I mean, it's like a labyrinth. And we've got another bathroom in here. That's always good. You know, go for a poo whilst you're up here. I mean, you're 2 flights up anyway, so you might as well. There's your sleep trigger. We finally got there. So that means if you get out of bed and you need to go get dressed, you got to go all the way down the stairs to get to your wardrobe. Okay, fair. I mean, that's a long way to walk when you're just in your pants, but all right. We'll carry on indeed. I mean, I like that. I like that. That's definitely got a bit of grandeur to it, I must admit. We then got the old sheds. Obviously, the sheds are the sheds. You're going to be storing some stuff in there. No problem. In this one, that's got a little upstairs as well, which is all right. We'll open up that door. Oh, it's more stairs. Oh, I'm getting my steps in today. Definitely open up that door. I mean, wow. Come on. I've had enough stairs already. We're going to keep going. Oh dear, oh dear. There's so many stairs. Oh, I mean, that's a massive loft hatch. Loft hatch? Hay loft. That's the word for it. Massive hay loft on the go. I'm not walking down those stairs again. Not a chance. I'm going to jump down instead. So plenty of storage in here. I mean, you're not going to get massive piece of equipment in. I mean, you should be able to get most of your harvesters, but all right, fair enough. Again, more of an open-sided shed. A little bit easier to get your stuff in, which is all right. Then we've got this one over here. Again, but basically the same as the previous one, just with doors on. You then got your silo. So, load in and load out at the front, which is all right. Manure heap and manure heap extension. That's all right. Place that next to your cow barn. You then got a bunker silo. You also got a smaller bunker silo. You then got your inner balls. I mean, all these placed down. Jobs are good. Fill it up. You got your fertilizer. You got your seeds. You got a water one. You got a mineral feed. Why would you even want to buy mineral feed? I mean, at this point of the game, it's not even worth it. But okay, fair enough. Then we got our cow barn. We'll open up this door. There we are. So in there is going to be your feed. Fair enough. And I imagine your straw is going to go in at the same place. We'll open up that door there. Got a slurry taken out point just there. Milk taken out point just there. That being said, where's the animal dialogue box? Interesting. What about in this door? I mean, we're down the other end. I mean, it's good that it's got the drive-through option on the go, which is all right indeed. There's the animal dialogue box. There we are. So that means it's going to go in there. So 104. Jobs are good. I mean, those look like they're going to... Yes. Open gate. Oh, look at that. The old nettings come down. I like that. Get a bit of through breeze on the go. That is all right indeed. And then we come around here. Is our fermenting silo. So we're going to do that. You put your chaff in, or your grass, or your hay. You're going to get a bit of silage out, which is all right indeed. And then we got the shop with the crater that it's made. All right, fair enough. I mean, you ever get rid of the shop, you are going to need to do a bit of landscaping. So you just sew all your stuff into that bit. It does look like we can go inside as well. I mean, I thought this land was flat. Obviously not. Maybe I need to flatten it down a bit more. I mean, you're not going to get a big vehicle in here. Maybe a little trailer, potentially. You could get in there. Can we go upstairs? I'm stuck. Can we go in there? Yes, we can. Oh, here we go. Another hay loft, potentially. I mean, some small bales or whatever. Small pallets, you should be alright. I mean, you've got that gate that opens. Oh, I like that. I mean, to be fair, I put this all down and I thought, you know what? There's a lot of buildings, but they're alright. I mean, that manor house, that's definitely got some grandeur to it, especially that staircase. Fair enough. Right, next up is Plant Decoration Pack. This is by Ian. 0.21 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under plants. Now, we've got a few different ones here. So we have got Rumex at the front. We then got Apera. We've then got White Stalk. We then got Green Stalk. We've also got Cerium. That's better. Put my teeth in. Then got Papula. And then on the end, we've got the Rumex as well. Now, all you need to do with these is you place them down. And it's basically just like painting. So you just put it down however you want, like that. You can make a really big patch, or you can make it like a little strip. Entirely up to you. So just decorate your farmyard. Well, the edges anyway. Maybe the bits of grass that you haven't got a bit of concrete on. And next up is a portable combination IBC. This is by Mac Trucker 921, 0.75 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under pallets. Now, it's got 4,000 litre capacity, and it's going to cost you various prices depending on what you have inside. So we've got diesel, digestate, herbicide, liquid fertilizer, slurry, silage additive, and then water. So depending on what you go for, obviously the content is going to be more expensive or cheaper. So obviously, you know, digestate, you don't pay a lot for that anyway, but diesel you do. So if you need something to store a little bit of liquid on your farm, yeah, got one of these on the go. Right, next up is the Pöttinger Terrasem C6F. This is by Hispano, 32.97 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cedars. Now, it's got a 4,000 litre tank, 210 horsepower requirement for my tractor, a 6 metre working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed for 109.5 grand to buy. Now, that 4,000 litres gets split between seeds and fertiliser. So 1,600 on the seed, 2,400 on fertiliser. You can change it up a little bit. Have it just seeds, and then well, look at the state of that. 200,000 litres of each. I mean, you're not going to be needing to fill it up much, mind you, if you're going for that. But all right, fair enough. Ridge markers, yes or no. You then got your main colour, which is going to be, well, let's face it, the main colour. The design colour, we're going to go with a pink, so it stands out. Going to do those bits. Your cover colour, we'll go for blue. Light blue, why not? It's going to do the cover on the top. Your hoses are obviously going to be the hoses, and then your rim colour is going to be your rims. 200,000 litres of seeds and fertiliser. That's all right. Next up is the Strautmann PS 3401. This is by Hispano, 5.45 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under manure spreaders. Now, it's got a 34,300 litre capacity, 300 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 24 metre working width, and 11 mile an hour working speed. It's going to cost you 156 grand to buy. You have the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and back to Trelleborg on the tyres. We then go 300,000 litres of the stinky stuff. I mean, you're going to be golden on that. That's all right. You then got your main colour, which is going to be your main colour. Your design colour is going to be the bits underneath. Basically swapped them around there, but all right, fair enough. And then the rim colour is a rim colour. I mean, 24 metres, 300,000 litres. You're going to be getting some fields done with not a lot of filling up. That is all right indeed. Next up is the Case Ecolo-Til 2500. This is by ARM Team, 4.76 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under ploughs. Now, it's going to require 300 horsepower from your tractor. It's got an 8.5 metre working width and a 7 mile an hour working speed, and a price tag of 80,000. Now, I do like a square plough. The old slanted ploughs, don't really like them. You can't really square off your fields that easily, so this is a good one for me. You do have the option on the attacher points. You've got your 3 point. You got an extension if you want to do it trailed, and then back to your 3 point. You got your option on colours, which is red or red. A bit of a darker red, but okay. And then your rim colour is silver, black, and beige. Do you know what? No, it looks right with the old silver ones. I mean, fair enough. I like a good square plough. Right, next up is the Hesston Balers. This is by ARM Team, 14.62 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under square balers. Now, This requires 190 horsepower from your tractor, 12 mile an hour working speed, and it's going to do your giant bales. As the name would suggest, it's the Hesston Balers that's going to be coming out the back of this. 240 centimetre square bales, 90.5 grand to buy. You do have the option to have the Massey Ferguson version, the New Holland version, or the Fendt version. You can then change the tyres. You got your Trelleborg again, then Michelin, BKT, Raderstein, then back to Trelleborg. You got your warning signs, yes or no. Let me putting those on there. Square bale twine, you can have it as empty, or you're going to have it as full. Now, to be fair, you're going to have to fill it up anyway before you can make any bales. So you might as well just get it full from the shop. I mean, I'd go with the Fendt one because I'm a bit of a Fendt fan, but that is looking good. Well, next up is the John Deere Tillage Disc 2660 VT 33 foot. Man, that's a long name. This is by LR Modding, 56.74 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under disc harrows. Now, this is going to require 355 horsepower from your tractor. It's got a 10.3 metre working width with a 12-mile-an-hour working speed and a price tag of 147,797, which is a bit of a random number, but all right, fair enough. I mean, disc harrowing, cultivating, whatever you want to do. Obviously, you've got a John Deere farm, you want to keep it all on the same brand. This should fit in nicely. Next up is the Köckerling Jockey 600. This is by ARM Team, 9.8 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under seeders. Now, this has got a 2,800 litre capacity, seed only, so there's no fertilisation involved in all of this. 160 horsepower requirement for your tractor, 6 metre working width, and 11-mile-an-hour working speed with a price tag of 44 grand. You then have the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Raderstein, BKT, and then back to Trelleborg again. You got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour, your cover colour, which is going to be on the top. We'll go for green. It's going to do the cover. And then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. So if you are in the field and you don't really like doing two jobs at once, some people like doing, one job, save something for the next day. This could be a thing for you. And next up is the Rolland RP LCH Trailers. This is by ARM Team, 10.75 megabyte on the download. I'm going to find it under bale transport. Now, this is going to be one for loading pretty much every bale. I mean, we've got 125 centimetre to 238 centimetre round bales. So that's going to even do your cotton bales, which is all right. It's also going to do the 78 centimetre to 488 centimetre square bales. So in theory, that should do those little baby bales from the baler we had the other day, which was like 80 centimetres. So you should be all right now. Not bad at all. 13 grand is its price tag. You then have the option on configurations you can have with auto load, obviously. Obviously, you're going to have auto load, or you can have it as standard. Now, that being said, you can't have. Why does it swap those around? It's got with the mud guards and the ladders is swapping around on the options. But they're both there anyway. But all right, fair enough. Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Raderstein, Lizard, and then Trelleborg again on your tyres. Your ladders, you've got your small at the front, your double, your big double, and then your big double for your rounds, and then no ladders at all. Without mudguards or with mudguards. Now, we're going to leave those on, actually, because your main colour is obviously going to be the main colour. The design colour, go for grey, going to do the old end boards, and then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Now, it's not saying how many it will do there, but on the website, on the mod website anyway, it does actually say how many you're actually able to get on the back of this. So it's saying it bales 80 capacity, 504. So the ones that we had the other day, the old baby baler, the baby baler, yeah, you're going to be able to use that. That is all right indeed. Now, if you don't like this one, I mean, there is a slightly longer one as well. Same options as before, same options, well, same abilities on the old bale size that it's going to take. But all right, fair enough. Well, next up is the Göweil Equipment Pack. This is by Agro Design Austria, 13.5 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them on the front loader tools. Now, first up, we've got the RBG, the old round bale handler, 1600 to buy. You have the option of Euro attacher, 3-point attacher, 3-point and Euro, or back to the original. You do have the option to change the colour, but to be fair, it's a Göweil stock. I mean, it really should be blue, let's face it. Also in this pack, you've got a square bale handler as well. So again, you've got the old 3-point, Euro, or both. Actually, to be fair, there you are, that's it. then back to the original, and again change the colour if you like. So that's going to be doing your 180 centimetre square bales. You've also got a bale shredder. It's interesting. That's all right. Just dump it in to your cow pasture, your pig pasture. That's all right. Foil holder, yes or no. You then got your tines. You've got your standard, additional, or standard. And then your attaching points at the back. And to finish it off, we've got this one. Little bale holder. It's not really a bale grab, though, is it? Just goes underneath the round bales and you pick them up. But all right, fair enough. Wrapped bale handler, bale spike. That's your two options on there. Side, middle, or side on the decals, and then your attacher points. I mean, it'll go with our stuff. It's got to be in the blue. Even though you can change the colour on some of them, no, just go with the blue. Right, next up is the Pöttinger NOVAALPIN pack. This is by Agrar Design Austria. 14.37 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under mowers. Now, it's got a 35 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 2.2 metre working width with a 13 mile an hour working speed, and a price tag of 10 grand. Now, you can have it as the Pöttinger, or you can have it as the ABI. AEBI, however you pronounce that. You can also have the attacher at the back. You've got attacher B or attacher T. Now, if you're thinking 2.2 is a little bit too small, well, they got you covered, sort of. So we've got 2.6 and then a 3 metre. Now, obviously, these are all going to go on the front of your tractor. You're then going to have your butterfly mower on the back. I mean, this one has got additional swath drums. I mean, I imagine they're going to be underneath. All right, fair enough. So get one of these on the front, get something else on the back. Job's a good one. And next up is the Pöttinger TOP Pack. This is by Agrar Design Austria. 8.03 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under windrows. Now, it requires 30 horsepower from your tractor, 2.8 metre working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed with a price tag of 6 grand, which is not bad at all. You do have the option of protective sleeves, yes or no, on the old spikes where the fingers go in. You got your design colour, which is going to be yellow or red, which is going to be doing the centre bit. Now, if you're thinking 2.8 metre is a little bit too small, well, they got you covered. Sort of. A 3.4 metre. So you want something a little bit bigger, go with the old Euro Top 340. But I like these windrowers. When you unfold them, the fingers all get put in. It's like, chong, chong, chong. They're ace. Right, next up is the John Deere 7760 CP690 roller pickers. Man, that's a long name. This is by Jolly Farms Modding, 11.75 megabyte on the download, and as you can imagine, it's going to be under cotton harvesters. Now, it's got a 500 horsepower engine, 10,000 litre capacity, and a 6 metre working width with a 6 mile an hour working speed. Now, it's got a 6 metre working width, so it actually goes with the 6 rows, rather than the 8 metre that the standard base game one has. So that is all right indeed. It's going to cost you 312 grand to buy. You do have the option. Now, we'll spin it around the back. See those rollers in the back? That's the actual wrapping foil. So you've got your yellow, we've got your pink, we've got your green, we've got your orange, we've got your blue, and then we're back to yellow. Fair enough. Change the colour of your cotton bales. Then you've got your engine set up to 500 horsepower, then goes to 560, and then back to your 500 again. So you've got your Trelleborg, Continental, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg on your tyres. GPS receiver, so no. Starfire 3000, Starfire 6000, and then back to nothing. Window tint, you've got standard, light glass tint, dark glass tint, or back to standard. The numbers, that's going to go all the way up to number 9. I mean, who has 9 cotton harvesters? I'm just asking that question, mind you. But that being said, I mean, that there, cotton harvester with the pink module wrap. It's got to be a winner, though, hasn't it? Right, next up is the Case IH Axial-Flow 9250 pack. This is by Hispano, 75.17 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under harvesters. Now, it's got a 634 horsepower engine, 18 mile an hour top speed, and a 14,400 litre capacity on the old grainage tank. It's going to cost you 410.5 grand to buy if you don't go for those wheels. You can go for something cheaper. No? Oh, there we are. So if you go for the BKT, the standard ones, that's your base version. But we've also got your Vredestein, we've also got your Trelleborg, your Michelins, your Continentals, and your Mighty's. Put me teeth in. Now, you do have the option to have your twins if you wanted to. You have your standards, you've got your wides, and you've got your quarter tracks, which is all right indeed. Window tintings, you've got 0, you've got 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. Does that mean it's I mean, it looks pretty blacked out. Does that mean you can't see out of it at all? All right, fair enough. So 14,000 litre on the capacity, 100,000. Now we're laughing. You're going to get a big field done in no time with this. That is all right indeed. You then got your main colour. Sure, we'll go over blue. I'm not quite sure that works. I mean, Case IH, it should be, but we'll go over black. Sometimes they're coming back. Oh, that. Oh, that looks right. With the tracks and the tint on the windows. That is looking all right. Now, we have got a couple more colours. So we're going to take that tint off just so you can see. The design colour, we're going to go over red so it stands out. It's going to be doing those bits. Man, that's different. We'll just say that. Your seat colour is obviously going to be your seat colour. Then your rear view mirror. All right, we'll go for white so they stand out. It's going to do your mirrors. And then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Oh, and it does the wheels of the tracks as well. That doesn't normally happen. That is all right. I'm not quite sure that much red with a little bit of black goes, mind you. I mean, the other way around looked pretty good, but all right, fair enough. Now, this isn't the only thing in the pack as well, because obviously with a harvester, you are going to need a header to go on the front of it. So we've got this one, the old 3050 Terraflex 41 foot, 12.5 metre working width, and a 6 mile an hour working speed with a 70.5 gram price tag. You can change the branding on this. You've got your Case IH, you've got your New Holland, and then back to Case IH. So if you was to go New Holland, you change the colour up a little bit. We'll go with that one, New Holland yellow. There we are. Design colour, we'll do reds. So we're going to do the reel, and then the rim colour on the little wheels at the back is obviously going to be the rims. If you didn't fancy that one and fancied a Draper header, we've got the 3162 Terraflex Draper 45 foot. I need to put my teeth in. 13.7 metre working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, and 89 gram price tag. I would go with this one. So much easier manoeuvring it with the trailer built in rather than using a header trailer. Obviously, you've got the same colour options as the previous one. Now, if you do go for the previous one and you need a header trailer, we've got the Nardi N6040. All right, fair enough. You got your wheels, spare wheel on the front, yes or no. You got your main colour, which is obviously going to be the main colour. The design colour is going to be doing those bits. The fenders is obviously going to be doing, go for blue. Going to do the fenders at the back. And the rim colour is going to do the rim colour. To be fair, this was the base game in 22, I think it was. So it's great to see it back. I would just go with the old, with the tracks. And then with the tint. That looks awesome. Right, next up is the map Hagenstedt. This is by DH Modding, 427.84 megabyte in the download. And yes, it has got 4 required mods, which is the 4 that we've seen earlier on in this video. So yeah, you are going to need to download those if you want to use this map. Now, if you do come onto this map and you start on New Farmer, you're going to be using 1,157 slots. Also, if you've got a New Farmer, you're going to be owning a bit of land. When I say a bit of land, you're owning Area 104, which is your start farm, and then Field 16. That's the only field that you own. So you are going to be starting off small. We'll just say that anyway. Now, obviously, you come in here, you've got a few houses, as you can imagine, from the houses pack that we've seen earlier on. So you've got your sleep trigger, you've got your wardrobe trigger, and you've got your 2 houses. I mean, ideally, you could have somebody living there if you wanted to, like maybe your mother-in-law. No, maybe not. That's not a good idea. Having your mother-in-law living that close. You got a little bit of a storage shed just there. To be fair, this is nicely laid out. I'm liking this start farm already. When you walk down the path, you're down here, very picturesque, very built in with great care. I'm just going to say that. Sometimes it's just plonked down. But this is all right indeed. I mean, you've got a little bit of a shed here. I'd say a little bit. It's a fairly decent sized shed just there. And we'll come around here, you've got a bit more storage as well, which is alright. It's got a bale and pallet storage just there for you. And we'll come over here, you've got a little bit more storage as well. You then got a silo down the end just there. Or was that the shed? No, it's the shed. There's 2 that came out in the pack today. They look exactly the same. One was a silo and one wasn't. So fair enough. Big shed in there to store your big piece of equipment, which is alright. We'll come around here. For some reason, of all the equipment that we've got here, well, I say all the equipment, all the buildings we've got here, all the stuff's outside. Not quite sure why that is, but alright, fair enough. You've got a diesel tank just there. So this is going to hold, let's have a little look. That is going to hold 7,500 litres. Then we'll come around here. And we've got a little bit of an area at the back. Yeah, I got a chicken coop for you. So down this side here, going to be your egg pallet spawn point, loading in point for your food, and then your animal dialogue box just there. And it's already got one in. All right, one rooster. Roosters don't lay eggs, so I'm not sure how many eggs you're going to get out of that, but all right, it is what it is. You got your silo loading in it, taken out at that point just there. We're going to come back round here. Here's your root crop storage. There we are, so loading in the front, take it out at the back. I'm going to carry on back round here. Got a bit more storage in this building as well, which is looking all right. There we are, open up that. Oh, put some pallets of seeds. That's all right. What else have we got in here? Nothing else in there. We've got some seeds to start with. That is all right indeed. Now, that being said, now I'm stuck inside. Where's the door? No, it is the door. Open up this one. Go back out there. Because up here, do you know what? I like this. I mean, yeah, I get the fact that you are going to have to download 4 extra mods, which potentially should have been in the map anyway. But it's very nice. Around this start farm, it is looking good indeed, I must admit. I'm going to come up here. We've got a little bit of a water trough for you to come and fill it up if you need a bit of water. But that is all right indeed. Now, obviously, outside the sheds is all your stuff for some reason. But what actually do we start with on New Farmer? Well, we've got the FarmTech EDK 650. We've got the Fiat 16090 DT. We've got the Horse Credo 3. We've got the Horse Versa. We've got the International Series 200. We've got the John Deere 3650. We've got the Notch Eco Cultivator 300. We've got the Massey Ferguson MF 8570. The Massey Ferguson MF 8570 header. The Passenger Servo 25. And the Pfaffenwinkel Top 450 times 2. Now, when it comes to the actual map itself, the fields are fairly square and AI worker friendly. So if you are into the thing of using a worker, you know, this could be all right for you. But it's definitely very picturesque, especially when you get down to the village. I mean, look at this. It does look really like an old town, which is all right indeed. But the start farm is looking good. And the last mod for the day is the map Pfaffenwinkel. This is by Bernie SCS, 313.7 megabyte on the download. And yes, this has also got required mods that we've already seen today, plus a couple of extras. So, alright, fair enough. Now, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to be using 1,930 out slots. And if you come on New Farmer, you're also going to be owning a bit of land. And in particular, you're going to be owning Field 5 and then Field 33. And you also have access to this Air 99. Alright, fair enough. Now, there's lots of different colours on here. And what I believe is various different things in green are going to be things you can go into. So there is a couple of different farms, I believe. So we've got 87 there. I think there's another one up the top. This one here, 110. You got that one up there as well, which is 109. Now, obviously, we don't start with that. We start with this one right down the middle. Right, fair enough. So we're going to come around here, and we have got ourselves a little bit of a shed house area. So come into there, and this is where you're going to be taking your clothes off, right by the shower. Fair enough. And we've got all sorts of doors on the go. I mean, it's one of the houses we've seen today. There's plenty of stuff on the go from today as well. I mean, there's guaranteed there's going to be something I've missed, mind you. But all right, we'll carry on. I mean, there you are, Pfaffenwinkel News. It's got the local news channel on the go. All right, fair enough. Then obviously we've got upstairs. That's where your sleep trigger is going to be, around here somewhere. Which door is going to be opening for your bedroom? Not that one. No, this one. Oh, here we are. Right by the bed. So there's your sleep trigger and your bathroom's downstairs. We can even go up. Can we go upstairs? No, we can't. Oh, we're blocked by that staircase. All right, fair enough. We'll go back down then, as we're not allowed upstairs. Ah, dear, oh dear. So we're going to come out. We're going to go out of this door. There we are. Out back. And we've got a milk taking out point. Because next door to this is actually a cow barn. So go through this door here, and our cows are going to be in there. We've already got some in, which is all right. How many we've got in there? What's that say? Animals, 10. We've already got 10 in. I didn't put those in. They're straight in there as I come in, which is all right. So your animal dialogue box is just there. So behind this door, it's going to be a loading in point for your feed and your straw. And we've got a This looks like a bale and pallet storage just there. And a... What's that? Forage? No. I need to put my teeth in. Straw hay silage. There you are. Let's make it TMR. That's a better way of putting it. So it looks like you put your stuff in there. Now that's going to be for your bale and pallet storage, isn't it? So you take out from there your TMR. This is interesting because they're on top of each other. Oh, have we got some bales here as well? Are these real bales? They're just for decoration. Right, fair enough. That's interesting. It's going to be quite tight in there. If that is, it's got a loading in point there. That's going to be for your fermenter. Right, so that's going to be going in. No problem. And then you got a little bit of storage for some tools around there. You got your manure taking out point or manure heap just there. So that does mean then that in there you've got your loading in point for your pallets and bales. Your taking out point for your TMR just there. Alright, no worries. We'll carry on then. And around here is going to be your silo. So load in and load out at the front just there. We have got a diesel tank as well. So that is going to be holding 15,000 litres. We've got some pallets of stuff. Oh, solid fertiliser and a bit of liquid fertiliser as well. That is alright. Starting off as you mean to go on. We've got a little bit of a tool storage area there as well. A little bit of a shed on the go. That's not bad. I mean, you can store your chainsaws in here. That's alright. And then your horse brush over there and your spray cans. We'll come out of there. Got a little bit of storage under there as well. And then the last piece of the start farm, it's going to be this shed. It's got a bit more equipment in. Right, fair enough. So, equipment, as you've well seen as we've been going around, we've got a fair bit. So what do we actually start with? Well, the answer is quite a lot, to be fair, because we've got the Amazon Senio 4000 Super, the Amazon Precia 4500 2C Super, the Albert Pallet Fork, the Albert Universal Bucket, the Brantner TA 12050 Power Spread Plus, the Class Evian 450, the Class Vario 620, the FarmTech EDK 650, the FarmTech SuperSys 800, the Fendt 512 Vario, the Fendt 720 Vario, the Horsch Credo 3, the Horsch Versa, the Hardy Mega 1200L, the John Deere 345 Plus, the Jungheinrich EFG S50 x2, the Kuhn GMD 3123F, the Lacotech LH2, the Lizard MKS 8, the Nardi N20T, the Pöttinger Alpin Hit 4.4H, the Pöttinger Faro 4010D, the Quickie Q4M, the Rudolph TDK 301 RP, and the Tenwinkel FGB 600. Now, where the map's concerned, I mean, to be fair, like the previous map we've just seen, very picturesque, but it's got different levels. I mean, you've got like retaining walls left, right, and centre. There's been some definite care put into how it's all been placed down. I mean, this cow pasture out the back of the barn there. I mean, it just goes up to the road. I mean, yeah, they could escape onto the road, mind you, but they'd be all right. I mean, it's not just put flat down and then left to it. There has definitely been a lot of sculpting of this map to go with it. I mean, it's like you've got the church here. It's got graveyards all around it. I mean, that's just ace. I mean, the fields themselves, yeah, probably not AI friendly, worker friendly, whatever you want to call it. You got some that are fairly squarish, but definitely one for doing things yourself. I must admit, this village area does look very nice indeed.